The dumbbell overhead pull is a great exercise to work the chest and the lats in an overhead position extending the shoulder. But which one does more work depends on what you do at the elbows. So the first thing you want to do is grab your dumbbell, and you want to have it kind of a triangle grip like this. So it's a stronger grip than just grabbing it like this. So we take the hands, you get down into position like this, grip the dumbbell underneath the top of the head, grab it, and then you start right above your chest, letting the head of the dumbbell hang straight down. Then depending on what you do with your elbows and also your hips is going to dictate which muscle, the lats or the chest, gets biased. So if we're going to try to work the lats, first thing you do, you want to keep the elbows in, almost like you're pointing your elbow or the elbow pit back above your head towards the wall behind you. So you're here. You can also dip the hips down so you get a little bit more stretch on the lats. Then you come above the head, reach, and then bring it back. If you want to bias the chest, you keep the elbows out. You can bring your hips into a neutral position because it's not going to make that big of a difference on the chest. So you're here, elbows out, then going above the head, reaching, and then lead with the elbows coming back up. Some common errors in form revolve around number one, bending at the elbows. So if we're trying to work the lats and the chest to extend the shoulder, that's shoulder movement, not elbow movement. So we want to keep the arms relatively straight. You can keep a slight bend in the elbow, but we don't want to turn it into a tricep extension. So what a lot of times people do, they'll be here and they'll just turn it into a tricep, like a skull crusher. Okay, that's working the back of the arms and not hitting the lats and the chest how we want. So we're here, I'm going to do the lat bias version. We're going above the head, arms are relatively straight, and then reaching back and coming back, bringing the dumbbell back to your chest without that elbow movement. The other big form point that I see with people with this one is the way that they hold the dumbbell. Safety is obviously number one, so I try to get people doing the triangle grip with it because it's a lot harder to drop the dumbbell on your face if you've got that grip. You can almost relax your hands and still hold the weight versus holding it like this or holding it like this. The last thing is, this exercise is not for everyone. If you can't go above the head with your arms, you probably shouldn't be loading that position. So, depending on who you are, a better option might be a straight arm pull down to work the lats through shoulder extension in this range versus the above the head to neutral or to chest height range. So, depending on what your mobility and your capability is, this exercise may or may not be for you.